Sorry, I had to make sure I was in the sun. This is the junk transformers load. I'm in the yard still. But each one of these is, you know, around between 7 and 9, 10,000 pounds each. So, you know, getting more than 4 was going to put me at the danger line or overgrowth. So we ended up just getting 4 of the larger transformers. These are for recycle. They go through and they do all their environmental stuff on the inside, recovery of all the BS that they put into these. Some of these are 30 years old. I saw an inspection date of 1986, so that would put it at 30, 31 years, you know. It could be older than that. So on this last one here, because it's got lifted eyes, well, I did a chain right here because mostly length of pallet and my dead spots. So I didn't really have any way to put anything. I wanted to keep it tight, you know, just in case for emergency braking, so I didn't have any issues there. We don't want to have any of those, but you know what I mean. So the eyes are curved down. There is like a loop in there. So I was able to nest that chain. So even if it got slightly loose, which I doubt it, you know, the pallet sevels, whatever, that's stuff you got to consider. So that's what I do. And I went around it on itself because I didn't have enough room. I was going over 2 points. And I had to come up and through the chain link there because I had no other way to hook. Now, if I went all the way back here, then my angle wouldn't have been right. So I had to get it set up this way. I lined it up with the guy with the fork truck, about as close as I could get it. Now watching, anytime you go on a gravel road, you know, gravel lot, they're going to have crap inside, so we got to always watch for, you know, we were cleaning them out like crazy. You know, there was a ton of gravel, big rocks. And, you know, if I need to, I can put more stuff over there. If the straps don't cut it or if they're having a problem, I can run another chain. But those kind, I'd have to run shackles through, and I don't really, and because it'd be turned the wrong direction, you know, I could still make one work, probably, but it depends on the distance between, you know, the shackle bolt and the hook or the loop to where I could drop a chain in here, because it doesn't have the saddle like that one does. You can see the saddle up there. You know, like I said, they're all junk. Nobody's worried about mashing anything down. I still do my twist as best I can. So everything is lined up. Some of these are dented all to crap. They've been hit with fork trucks. Got to watch for pallet damage and count pallet weight, because they unit weight, and then add 200 probably for these heavy pallets. And see, some of this stuff, you know, when I'm looking at it, the way they bounced out, you know, make sure it's still attached, you know, because it's damaged. He's got a big fork truck, and he lifts up on an angled road. So as he starts dipping down, forks are starting to raise. So that's what it is. I checked all the surfaces with my fingers, ungloved, so I could see everything was not sharp. We just got to make sure that's everything squared away. And I did have to come down inside of these, and I had to go redo this one. I had to just loosen it and drop it on the outside because I was pulling out on it. I didn't want to have a lot of contact that way. So I just lifted it up out of there and put it on the outside. Same thing with these guys. This one's a little tighter. There's going to be some contact, but all the edges are smooth. I just don't want to smash radiators too much, mostly because of that's where the fluid is. Some are pumped, some are not, or there could be residual. So, you know, I ran my fingers up over there. That's all smooth, and for the most part, it's all squared away. I got it really close to the bulkhead up here, and it's only an inch away. So if anything does happen to slide, it's going to hit that. So I had to watch that when they were loading. All the units were in the 9 to 11,000 pound range. So like I said, I could not put any more on. This is it. That's pretty much it. Junk transformers for recycle. And you know, this is more unusual. And I did 2 other loads in between the last video and this one, but it's just they were so expedited, so quick and tarp that you couldn't see anything. The one load was an absolute nightmare. It was turned out when I got there 128 inches high. I'm 3'5", so that put it at 10'8", and it was going to be like 14.1 or something, 14 whatever, 2. And I'll be damned if they didn't have legs that were really tall, and they were able to drop it down, and they made me at 13.5. But they had to tarp it. 4 big units. Took all 70-some feet of my tarp and tore them all to hell. Padding was on there, and even with the padding, it still popped through. There was so much flopping because of the shape of the unit. I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get it wrapped under. We weren't allowed to hook to the unit. They were food processing stuff for butterball turkey, and just a nightmare. Nobody had dimensions. I hate that, getting surprised like that. I got it there, but not happy. You know, I didn't shoot video of it because I was so exhausted and so ticked off about getting toasted like that. People will pull that on me. Sometimes it's innocent, sometimes it's planned. So that's just the way it is. We're just going to get on over, get our bills, and they made up a manifest for me, and I have blank bills in case, you know, we ever need them. But best I can do. Yeah, it's hot down here, you know. I'm trying to get home. I've looked for loads home. Like, my wife would like to see me. Yeah, I had that little break at home for 34-hour restart, so I had like 2 days at home. But the thing is that when you're out 3 months at a time, that shit gets old. I've been doing it for years and years, and I'm ready for a break. I need to go home and recharge, do my honey-do list and all that stuff. So, got my generator service, truck service, everything done. I'm now on electronic logs, which I think are total bullshit. They're finicky. They're actually buggy. I tried to put remarks in for refueling and everything else. It wouldn't even take them. So it's like, you know, whatever, people. On paper, I didn't have the problem. You want everybody to volunteer for this goddamn government mandate crap left over from Obama, but they can all just kiss my ass. It's garbage. Some people say, oh, yeah, you don't know how to work it. Well, okay, I've had it for like just a few days of testing, and one day, my first day, yesterday, for real. And so far as I see, it's bullshit. You know, they've got you down where if you move over 5 miles an hour, they got you marked, and it's like, you know, I need to move inside truck stop lots. I need to move inside of a customer lot. This lot is half-mile wide. That's stupid. So hopefully they don't start nailing me for crap like that, because you got to be able to move. When I mark down my paper log, I put VI loading, or if I'm have to drive 2 hours to get there or whatever, I'll put my loading. Everything gets marked down. I've been doing it legal like that for years, you know. But this electronic, I'm not going to be liking it. So a lot of people just want to get rid of them. They want to get rid of the mandate. But when you get companies that want to, I'll just say it, kiss the government's ass, and the hell with us. They want to be compliant. And that whatever, you know, that's fine, and you're ahead of the schedule and everything, but I think it's still a lot of problems with just having them in the invasion. I was at Warner on electronic logs. I got harassed into oblivion, messages, harassment, threats. If I get any threats here, I'm going to tell them to shove it up their ass, because I left a company for that. After 8.5 years, I've been here. I just got my 9th year anniversary, and if they pull that bullshit, you know, and I'm gonna tell them that's it. You know, I was just fine. All of a sudden now I'm not. Bullshit. Sorry, I got on a rant right there, but I'm telling you, you don't suddenly just turn somebody into what could be non-compliant or a flipping criminal overnight. That's just ridiculous. I've been doing this shit for too long to put up with that crap, especially people like we all know, same story. They never tarped a load, they never hauled a load, they never done jack shit, probably never even been inside of a truck, and there's a lot of them. A lot of these office people, you know. So, you know, get a clue, get a life, get off my back. That's all I got to say. I got work to do. I ain't got time for your babysitting Mickey Mouse horse yet. So that's my rant for the day, and I went sky high with it, and that's the way it is. So let's get on, and we'll see you on the road.